Islam. We're back with Democratic Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii. She's a member of the House Armed Services Committee, also an Iraq War veteran. Congresswoman, the last few times you've been with me here in the Situation Room, I've asked you, since your initial criticism of the president for refusing to call it radical Islam or Islamic extremism or any of those phrases, whether anyone from the White House has contacted you, communicated with you, if you've had a chance to speak with the president. The last time you told me no one has. Has that changed?
It hasn't changed, and I haven't had the opportunity to engage with him directly on this issue. But it's an issue, obviously, that I feel strongly about, primarily because I've seen what can happen, as has the rest of us across the country, when we don't clearly identify who our enemy is, and really the danger that that poses, not only in the fact that our enemy will increase in their strength and in the threat that they pose to us and to others around the world, but also what happens when the leaders in our country, both in Congress as well as in the White House, we see back with the Bush administration and now with this administration, that they end up getting us into conflicts and waging war against people who have not waged war against us. We saw just the other day the unfortunate incident of the beheading of these 21 Egyptian Coptic Christians in Libya, and it is an opportune moment for us to look back at Libya and see what happened and why is our country in this position today. That if our leaders at that time had not made that decision to go and overthrow and conduct a regime change with Gaddafi, who was actually working with us to fight against al-Qaeda, then we would not be in this position where ISIS continues to grow and gain territory within Libya.
You know, what's stunning to me, Congresswoman, as someone who's covered Washington for a long time, is that no one from the White House, no congressional liaison, no National Security Council official, no one, forget about the president or the vice president, but no one has, you're a fellow Democrat, you're an Iraq War veteran, you're a member of the House Armed Services Committee. No one has gotten in touch with you and said, you know what, let's have lunch, let's talk about this, maybe there's some common ground, we can discuss this. It's pretty stunning to me that no one has bothered to pick up a phone and even discuss these issues with you. Isn't that surprising to you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to think about the operation in the White House, or why not. My focus has really been on trying to convey the importance of this, trying to have this conversation with people both here in Hawaii in my community and in other parts of the country with my colleagues in Congress, so that we understand the importance of it, that this is not just about whether someone uses one word or another word. There are very real consequences to this misidentification of who our enemy is, because it's directly linked to the strategy that must be put in place in order to defeat them and to alleviate this threat to the safety of the American people.
Congresswoman, because I'm stunned by the fact that no one from the White House has contacted you, I want you to hold on for a moment. Jay Carney, the former White House press secretary, is with us. He's now a CNN senior political commentator. Jay, what's going on over at the White House? Why wouldn't someone pick up the phone, talk to this she represents a huge military district in Hawaii. A lot of veterans live in Hawaii, as you know. She's got strong views. She's a fellow Democrat. What's going on over there at the White House?
Well, Wolf, I have to say I'm surprised and I'm disappointed. I think that this is a perfect opportunity for the kind of conversation that you talk about to take place. And you know, if I were that representative from the White House, if I were still there and working in the appropriate shop, I think the conversation I'd want to have with Congresswoman Gabbard is to explain to her, I think, the President's view, which is it's clear from his speech and from his views that he believes that the attempt to radicalize Muslims is key to the problem here, and that that's creating the enemy. And he talked very clearly about the perversion of Islam. He didn't shy away from using that word. But I think his view is that in order to succeed in that ideological fight, as well as the military fight, we need allies, and we need allies in the Muslim community. And we don't want to alienate Muslims who might want to help us, both here in the United States, in Western Europe, and in the Middle East and other Muslim parts of the world. And I think that's the reason for that separation. It is more semantic than anything. I don't think he ignored in his speech today the fact that the root of this extremism